Peace and blessings, beautiful people. Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings.
This is Empress Imani.
And Empress Elisa.
And welcome to this episode of Sacred Love Lessons. This episode of Sacred Love Lessons is sponsored by sacredloveshop.com. sacredloveshop.com, where you can find tools for your spiritual and personal development. So today we wanted to talk to you about pour your love into yourself. Pour your love into yourself. What does that mean? It means first, in order for you to attract the soulmate that you desire, you first need to be all of those things in which you're looking for. So in order to do that, you need to focus on your self-love, your self-worth, your self-value, self-respect, self-trust.
Yes, self-compassion, self-discipline. That's a big one. Self-acknowledgement. And all the things that encompass self-care.
Self-validation, self-nurturing.
Yes, all of those that encompass you taking care of yourself and becoming the best version of yourself. Because once you accomplish that, then you're ready to go and find that person or have that person find you that has those same qualities. You know what you're looking for because you've already poured everything into yourself.
Right. And at that point, you are whole and complete already, and you're not coming to the table looking for my other half. People say my other half.
Yes.
Or something like that.
Yeah, successful relationships are consist of two complete whole individuals coming together and moving forward together. It's not one person completing the other and we're having to be better halves, one half of a coin. It's two wholes coming together and moving forward together on a common mission.
Right, complementing each other.
Yes.
Supporting each other, where there's an equal give and receive.
Yes.
Between the two parties.
Yes. If it's an imbalance in the give and the receive, it's always going to be somewhat of a conflict. So you always have to make sure you find someone who is as good as receiving as giving, and someone who is as good at giving as they are receiving. It has to be a balance there. I agree with that.
Yeah. So you may be asking, well, how do I focus on my selves? We'll call it the selves, right? All the selves that we just mentioned. The first thing that I like to do for self-love is I always start with the exercise, who am I? When I am pouring back into myself, I do this exercise. You guys have heard me talk about this before. And I ask myself, who am I? And then I begin to state and affirm myself as to who I am, right? And when you first start, you may not have a whole lot to say, or the level of what you say, your affirmation may be, I don't want to say somewhat superficial, but it may be
limited.
Topical.
It may be limited to your just 3D experiences that you've been having. But as you get further into your self-discovery and recognizing who you truly are, it will come easy to you as to the higher level things that you can recognize in yourself because you're growing.
Right. So just to give you some examples, we'll go through the exercise just so you can see what we're talking about. Who am I? I am vision. I am order. I am divine. I am divine guidance.
I am kindness. I am love. I am compassion. I am grace. I am mercy. I am fulfillment.
Right. I am deep joy. I am happiness. I am gratitude. And then we go through all the selves, right? I am self-love. I am self-worth. I am self-value. I am self-respect. I am self-validation. And you just go through all of these, right? I am abundance. I am wealth. I am creativity, right? And you just keep going. You keep going through all of these. I am fun. I am vulnerability. I am intimacy.
I am compassion. I am empathy. I am just all of the different selves that you could possibly be. And the I am comes before to validate and to make sure you recognize that it is in you. And this is what you're also looking for.
Right, right. So you raise your, and this is a way to raise your vibration too. If you have found yourself in a repeated pattern where you are dealing with low vibing energies, low vibing people, this is one way to get out of that energy, is to pour into yourself using self-love. This is one technique that will raise, and you just do this every day. And you can do it throughout the day. You know, I do it just whenever I think about it. I could be working and I just do it whenever I feel
Yeah,
it.
absolutely. And another favorite of mine is I am money, I am wealth, I am abundance, I am prosperity. If you're looking to advance yourself as far as financially, you have to speak those things too, so you can see that in yourself too, that you're worthy of these.
Right. And then you also have to match your action, right, with your affirmation. So, you know, I am integrity. So you want to make sure that all of your actions are based on integrity, you know? And that goes to character as well. That way you can attract those type of people into your life that have what you're looking for. And when you attract those people who don't, then you can quickly eliminate those people from your life because they don't meet your I am criteria.
And as you're building your I am and you're working and you're fulfilling these things in your life and your accomplishment, then you'll see that as your words, your affirmations are there, you're going to change the way you feel about certain things, and the feelings will change, and then your actions have to line up. So it's all about the words, the feelings, and the actions lining up, and you'll see that the people that you attract and the things that you attract in your life will be more in alignment with what you truly want and desire.
Right. Now, the exception to the rule, okay, because there is always an exception. Sometimes when you are being the light, there are low vibing energies that will see your light and they will be attracted to you like a moth to a flame.
Yes, and that's because you are the light, and she gave the perfect example. It's like a moth to a flame. You know, when the low vibing energy sees the light comes into the room, the light, it sheds the light on the darkness, and so of course they're attracted to the light. You will have that. That is correct.
Right, so you'll have that too, right? Because we want to make sure we cover all the bases of what you will encounter. So another technique that you can use to pour love back into yourself is self-care. Self-care can consist of so many things. Just to name a few, you want to make sure you get enough rest, right? Because rest is very important. Lack of rest will cause your immune system to go down, and with everything that's going on in the world, that's the last thing you want to happen. And so that's one. And then two, go outside and spend time in nature, you know, even if it's just because you want to stay grounded. And it's just something, for me, I connect with nature and animals, and it's just something about being outdoors. And I really don't like wearing shoes. I wear a lot of flip-flops.
Yeah.
But I really don't care to wear shoes because it helps to keep me grounded. Just feeling my feet touch the earth, you know. And so being outside in nature, being around plants, trees, things of that nature, water will help keep you grounded. And it is a way to pour back into yourself. It's like the universe pouring back into you. Another way to pour into yourself using self-care is to just set aside some time just for you. If you're a mom or a dad, you know, you have kids at home, you know, after you put the kids down or whatever, just, you know, steal away for yourself. Set aside some time. Put it on your schedule if you need to. Okay, I schedule time for myself. Put it on your schedule and say, this is time for you. And in that time, you do something that you enjoy, even if it's just being still. If you decide, okay, you're going to pray. I love to get up like early in the morning and pray. That's my praying time. And I really enjoy that. That's my time when my mind is the clearest, I'm just really crisp first thing in the morning. And when I say first thing, I'm talking like early, right? So whatever schedule you have, whatever works for you, set aside some time for you to invest in your self-care, okay?
Yes, and one of the selves that I like, and I think is lacking in a lot of people, is self-compassion. It's something that I've learned over a period of time. And self-compassion is when you have things in your life or something is going and it's not going the way that you would like it to go, instead of you saying this is a bad situation, people always end up thinking I'm a bad person because this situation is happening to me. And so the compassion that you will offer to someone else who's having maybe a rough time or going through something, you have to learn to offer that same compassion and empathy to yourself to let you know, hey, this is just something that is happening. I can be compassionate with myself. I'm not bad. This situation is, and it'll help you feel better, and it'll help you see clearer for solutions and moving forward from whatever situation that possibly is.
And I would go even one. I agree with what Empress Elisa said. I would take it one step further. Instead of saying the situation is bad, I would speak authority over the situation. All things work together for my good. So that's another way that you can tap into your inner authority, and then you use your words to harness that energy and to manifest. That's how you can change a situation, by speaking over it. And all you Christian scholars, you already know where I'm going. Life and death is in the power of your tongue. So I would definitely say yes, have compassion with yourself, and then speak over the situation. This will work for me. Or I wouldn't even say will, because that's future tense. Speak it in present tense and say all things work together for my good.
When it comes to affirmations, it's not even about, it's about the feeling. It's the feeling and knowing that I know this is not gonna last. This is not forever. I know that. And once that feeling is there, that's when the universal laws take over to help you see the way out, or whatever it is that's going on with you. So it is affirming it. It is saying it. It is saying, hey, I am the champion over whatever the situation is. But it also is, I have to feel it too. And therefore, I take actions to make it work.
Right. And then, of course, you always want to take action, right? So you pour into yourself, and you will see better results. And that's a way for you to raise your vibration, right? So once you get to the place of wholeness and completeness, then you can share all of that awesomeness and love that you have inside of you. Then you can share it with someone who is worthy, someone who has equally done the work, and who is vibing on your frequency.
Yes, I would agree with that. You do want to find someone that you're equally yoked with, because that leads to you guys moving forward together. There's no one that I have to go back and try to bring them where I am, or they don't have to try to bring me where they are. It's all about us coming together as complete and whole people, and now we have a vision together, because it's going to be ordained by God, of course, and we move forward with that mission and that vision together from that point as two whole, complete people coming together.
So there you have it, you guys. We hope this episode has been of value to you. It is our intention to teach you lessons, to share sacred love lessons on unconditional love. This episode was brought to you by sacredloveshop.com, sacredloveshop.com, where you can find tools to help you in your spiritual practice. And until we speak again, be the light.
Be the light.